figured I would do this as a voiceover. So this was something that I'd been working on with my instructor recently, and Sue has a tendency to rush around her corners. She just gets so panicky and in her head that she tends to just barge through it and not listen to what I'm actually asking her to do. So you can see here that as we came up to the corner, I just asked her to halt and to stop and to think about what she was doing before she turned. That is my phone falling over in the wind, and now the rest of the angle is really bad, but you can still kind of see. So you can see here again that I just ask her to stop and then to turn straight away off my leg, and then I try to keep her really straight. I mainly do it on that side of the arena because that's the side that overlooks all the fields, and that side has a lot of things to look at, so it's trying to keep her attention on me. I also do a few smaller squares within my large square, which is about half the arena, and then I move on so I don't stop. And whenever I start to come up to the corner, I just take a pause and ask her to just think about it. And then we move on into the trot again, just taking a pause before I come to a corner and really controlling the turn around. I do the smaller circles again in trot as well. And this also really helps her to soften and bend around the corners. She's such an uptight horse. It's really difficult to get her to relax. Always at the end of a session she's really good and relaxed, but at the start it's always so difficult. So here you can see I do my smaller squares in various different corners about the place so she doesn't come to anticipate them anywhere. You see her trot is still kind of short and choppy. She's really not relaxed into it yet. She kind of has to get all of us out and work for it. Here I am going the other way. I'm on the other rein now, and again, just each time I come up to a corner, asking her to just pause, doing like a mini half halt, and doing the smaller squares as well, just getting her to really think about her corners and not just running around them. Oh, here you can see I've fixed my camera. I noticed my phone had fallen down off the gate and I fixed it. And I'm still doing my trot squares. I'd let her have a break and have a walk between a bunch of these, but I cut it out because that's boring. But again, just getting her to slow and think about everything that she's doing. You can see that she's starting to drop her head a bit and starting to listen a bit more. Then I move down the other end of the arena. She can spook down there quite a lot. I think it's because you see even more fields and she's too busy looking out there rather than what I'm doing. You can see she does really start to soften a bit. Here I'm having a wee canter. First time it cantered, she balked and she went running, but of course that wasn't on screen. But you can see in canter she's really starting to relax and drop down, which is really nice, especially because her canter used to be disunited and really high strung. And I always feel after a canter as well that she's so much more stretchy in her trot and so much more willing to relax down. It's like she needs to get like that rush of energy out first of all, and then she's really ready to like focus on what I'm asking her to do. Doing some more trotting on the other rein. I think I pick up canter in this corner. Yep, there it is. And you can see on this bit she's really weak through her right shoulder. You can see I come loads into the middle of the arena, which I wasn't supposed to do. I was meant to stay straight. So you can see here I came around and I just asked her to be straight again, but she's just really weak through that shoulder. She's only been in ridden work about 2 months again now, and she's always been weak through that shoulder, and it's just going to take a lot of time to build up her balance and her muscles again. But you can see she's much better. I know to keep an eye out for it and to correct it, but she's really starting to stretch down and round and relax into what she's doing. Her rhythm could be a bit better. She does stumble at times, but for now it's all right. And then at the end, always do a nice big stretchy trot. This is when her best trot comes out because she really stretches down, she's really forward, and this is always her best trot is the one right as I finish. It's always really annoying. And I think the start as well, I really need to talk to her a bit more at the end. I'm always saying just trot. You can maybe hear it a bit every now and then, but that's my relaxing voice that I use on the lunge. So I really need I have this habit whenever I first start riding that I'm so focused on what I'm doing and what she's doing that I lose it a bit. So towards the end of a ride, I'm always chatting to her, but I really need to get on it and think about chatting to her at the start as well. Oh, how good was that canter? So happy. So happy. Whip is facing my other hand. There we go. Right. So happy. Really working on stretching her down, getting her to relax, and she's now just so much more trainable. It's so nice, and she's just more willing to think about what she's doing and relax rather than panicking and rushing about it. So you go right. But yeah, really, really happy, aren't we, Sue? Yeah. So if there's one thing this lockdown is good for, it's getting my flat work. Really happy. Good girl. Thinking of turning this into a yard vlog. So hi, this has turned out to be a yard vlog. This works. Okay. Because my horse can't go anywhere without going to the toilet. Hi. Honey in? Honey got hay. Gonna go to work. Bye, Sue.
One shift later.
I'm now back at the yard. Wearing different... Oh, I just dropped it. I'm now back at the yard wearing different clothes because I was at work. But my day doesn't end when I finish work. My day ends whenever I feed my pony and put her to bed. So that's what I'm gonna go do. And eat the rest of my banana. Do you like banana? No. I have my net for the morning and my net for her afternoon. She has her mountain of hay for the evening. Hello. Her bed is skipped out. Now would you like your dinner? There we go. Tomorrow morning's feed. Tomorrow morning's net. Tomorrow afternoon's net. Sue has her dinner. Grab a bit of hay. And her hay. Let me just lift the ones out of your water. There we go. Okay. See you tomorrow. Now I get to go home. Bye, Sue.